Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to come in. It's getting pretty late here. It's a Saturday night, 7 Saturday evening. It's about 11:15 after 11 here where I'm at. It was something I wanted to state, put some closure on what's going on with me and what's been happening. Um, Wanted to address an individual assuming that they know me or they were my parents or they knew me or had some connection to me. Let's get some. I'm gonna close this out with this here. This individual. This is the situation. Individual by the name of Danielle Lane worked for Prime America, Publishers Clearinghouse, not Prime America, Publishers Clearinghouse. I was playing on Publishers Clearinghouse back in 2020, up from 2020 all the way up through 2023. This here is consistent. This is day for day, day by day. What occurred at that particular time, I was winning all these houses, cars, whatever have you. This individual approached me. We started communicating on Pinterest. I was communicating with an arm on Pinterest. And then we went from Pinterest. That wasn't okay to communicate on Pinterest. She wanted to talk to me more privately on uh, Google Map. I mean Google on the Google app. Um, a Google Quest or something like that. Some one of those. Anyway, bring it up to speed. We get out here now. Like I said, the latter part of 2023. She comes out trying to deliver a prize to me, needing money to deliver the prize. The prize, I guess, was a house and a car or something to that nature. But at the same time, she needed money. It started out as a small $300, and then once she got here, it turned from $300 to something like 3 grand or something to that effect. Now, keep in mind, I didn't have the money on me, that kind of money, and then I wasn't even going to pay her because I understood, to my understanding, that these people, Publishers Clearinghouse, they don't even operate like that to where they take money. But long story short, I'm going back on this here because just as I'm going through this process, it hit me. I contacted Publishers Clearinghouse to figure out what was actually going on here. And come to find out, I took a name, a number, and a date. They had talked with. I talked with them briefly, and come to find out, they had stated to me at that time that I spoke with them. This is back in like probably November of 2023. Um, that I had actually won like 5.5 million in a car. Well, I'm like, okay. They asked me to take down a number and a certain number and a number and to call back with this number. Now I did that, and that's what they told me. They gave me the dollar amount that was won or whatever. Again, first question off the top of my head was no. They were asking me when do I want to have this prize delivered, and how do I want to go about it? Did I want it a public or a private uh, setting with the matter? And I stated to him, with everything that's occurring, I wanted to deal with it on a private note. So, long story short, I just said, hey, I'm gonna just look at it like that. So when I did look at it, they wanted me to contact him with the number and run this number back to him and tell him, this number, once I called, and I did that. Well, long story short, they needed money to drop this thing off. So now it's in the back of my mind, back to Danielle's situation where, it was the same protocol, you know, where she came in, was trying to run the same number. But I'm jumping from this. I bought this story up just on the basis of we jump into the outfit of being on Google, Google on the Google app communicating. Simply because it was the reason why she was doing that. Because at that particular time, she identified herself as an FBI agent, or she was working with them to some effect. Because at this point, you know, I assumed that she felt like something was going on with me, like I was hiding something or I had something going on with me, which I truly couldn't understand that. Here it is. I've been put so many years into trying to play this game and win so much money. It was obvious something was going wrong at this particular time because now the cover up is in play. Um, you're trying to cover up something because you did something wrong. You know, like I said, I didn't want cars and houses way before all this RVs, all kind of stuff, and nothing ever played. I never received any of that stuff. So you know, now you know my goal is after all this hits the fan, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get me an attorney and try to figure out really what's the details with all this because what I've come in and dealt with as I've been this case has been unfolding and this matter has been unfolding is false investigations, false issues taking place, uh, false, you know, narratives are taking place here, and nothing is being really regarded in the court of law. Nothing is really being detailed. I don't know if everybody is just, hey, this is how the cover is going to work. We're going to all work and scratch each other's back to keep this thing clear. But like I said, this is not going to end well because no one ever had custody of my physical body to put any implant anything into my body to alter my thinking outside of whatever they've been witchcraft or spell work they've been throwing at me. That's the only thing that had been affecting me up until a point in which I got with the Lord and we dealt with that. So outside of that, the rest of this stuff here, like I said, is still a mystery as to what is the main approach and what's this all about. But I just gave you guys the details on what occurred and how this led up to where we stand today. So, you know, I want people to get this out of their head. This woman keep talking about they're my family. They been raising me or have some kind of connection to me as a child or had some kind of deal to where you know they created something to where they uh, brainwashed me or something like please, I've been with my family every day raising my children, my family every day, never lost my kids at 16, 17. I ain't never left their side a day in their life. So whoever's pushing this narrative, they need to get it out their head because it's not true. And I'm here to tell you.